Different would you say that the room has been this year without Jalen and Jabari and you kind of having to be the role leader and the guy with the most experience in the room?
It's definitely been a little different in terms of culture. We're establishing a new identity, Obviously, we've been in that room kind of since Coach Heupel's been here, you know what I'm saying? So, last year was a little easier to share that workload with them, but now you have to be more intentional and more detailed, having the most experience. A lot of people not really having experience at all. So just being a motivator and make sure I'm being the same person every day, but just taking the role I had last year, just taking it to a new level though.
With Cam kind of working his way back, just kind of how confident you in guys like Deshaun Bishop, Cam, some of those guys behind him?
Oh yeah, it's good. They show themselves every single day. From last spring to this spring, going into this fall camp, they take advantage of every opportunity. The mindset they come in with every single day. I don't question at all the work ethic they'll have. So it'll just be about getting game reps at that point. But I know they'll be ready.
How important is it for those younger guys in the running back room to develop at kind of an exponential rate to be able to give you guys depth behind you and Cam?
No, it's definitely good. Getting those reps in fall camp, that's important. All those. Coach does a good job with delegating those reps, but that's the closest they're gonna get to, game day. But we do a good job. Coach Heupel does a good job just making sure everything is like game day, and we practice with that intensity. So they take the attention to detail well every single day. So I have no doubt in my mind, like I said, that they're gonna show that on the field.
What do they need to demonstrate in camp to say that they're ready? Because they're sort of taking over the role that you had. What do they need to show in camp?
Just basically that they could operate without coaches being out there. More than operate, but be kind of a game changer. Go in there, know their assignment, know to get lined up. And then coach likes to say you can tell how you are when you're in the game if the energy flows, if the energy changes. So if they're in the game and offense moving good, tempo's moving good, things like that, all indicators. How does the whole offense play when you're in the game? So it's just being detailed, being mature, no matter how old you are, and just going out there and tagging every single day.
Last year the snaps were split. They weren't in thirds, but they were pretty close to that. Is that when y'all are at your best? Like, should it be divided in that way this year, or should it be a lot of you and a little of somebody else?
That's not my call. That's a coach's call. I think last year was a unique position. You don't really run into that much in college football, and we talked about that. But you see it like some more programs are lucky enough to have like one or two guys, but I believe any one of us could have started at any single time if you needed to, and there would have never been like any drop off. But that's a unique situation. I don't think that happens much, but it's not my call to say how much they should play other people or how much they should play me. I just go out there and compete my best, and obviously don't want to get taken out of the game.
A lot of people looked at that Kentucky game, particularly the second half, and said that's when you showed you can do it every play, touch the ball every play, not come out of the game. Did it show that to you, or did you already know you could do that?
I knew that before. I had that confidence in myself starting the season. I just told myself I'd be ready for every single opportunity that was given to me, every single play, every moment. So I think it showed a lot of other people, but something that I already knew. I just needed the plan and the platform.
What areas of your game did you focus on this offseason?
Route running, doing more out of the slot. Pass protection when you can. It's hard to do that when you're not actually practicing though, but and just actually heightening my IQ of the game itself. I feel like a lot of running back stuff is secondhand nature once you continue to practice it. So I began to learn what everybody else does around me, especially defenses, so that can make me a better player while I'm in the backfield.
How do you kind of recreate a culture inside a room when there are a lot of young guys coming in?
You take the culture that's already been established by Coach Heupel, the overall culture, and then, obviously since I've been a part of it, that 22-year, great year. Last year was a good year too, but you take that culture that we've been established and, you invite them into it. It's just willingly, and eventually, they'll buy in, and it didn't take long to buy in. Like Peyton got here, even when he was hurt in the spring, he was locked in, ready to go. You can tell he has a fire in him. He's ready to get out there and get some practice, get some snaps in, So I think more so just outside of our room, the culture that we influence as a team just transcends into every single room. So it made it easier. I didn't have to do much but be myself.
What stands out to you about Deshaun Bishop?
Just his calmness and composure and probably his mentality, you know. He got like a dog mentality. He don't say much, but he gonna go out there and he gonna play with passion and energy every single play. And that goes unnoticed to a lot of people who probably don't know a lot about him. He's not, you know, he's a Knoxville kid, but got hurt last year. But man, like, you don't got to worry about him. Tough, you know what I'm saying? He gonna give his all every single play, and he gonna be that tough running back that you need.
And what'd you see from Cam, despite having to deal with an injury and rehab throughout the offseason?
Just seeing him mature in many different ways. He was kind of in that role that Jabari was in last year, same shoulder, but locked into the meetings, asking questions. You know, when he did get a chance to come out there and watch practice, he was into it and helping, and you know what I'm saying? So he's always locked in and really preparing himself for a moment that he doesn't have to get back to a point where he feel like he dropped off, you know. I have no doubt in my mind when he gets back rolling, he's going to be ready to go because that's how he handled the whole offseason.
No longer having someone to look up to in terms of experience, having more experience than you in the room, were you kind of prepared for that adjustment, and how much of an adjustment has that been?
I would say I prepared for that adjustment because although we had Jabari and Jay Wright last year, they were both kind of quiet at times, you know what I'm saying? Jay Wright spoke out when he really needed to, and Jabari, you know what I'm saying, he's a more one-on-one guy. So last year I was kind of in that role with the whole team too, where I did speak. That's just my mentality. So I think I was ready for that role and even a bigger role when it comes to the leadership on the team. I knew that was coming, so I prepared myself for that before even last season started.